think if anything, I'm really good at making them lists. Holy shit, the last video kind of proves to me. It's probably, again, something I will watch it in the end of the year, just be like, okay, I've actually done something great, something that I can actually experience back. I mean, I've done it quite a few times. Every time you make a game, you can actually play it back to yourself. So it's very useful if you can actually enjoy your own content. Very fucking useful indeed. That's what success really means. If at least you're successful on your own and there's no possibility of failure, like, damn. That's pretty insane. Yeah, there's obviously more to talk about here, and there's probably more problems in general. But you do have to keep in mind, and you should have gotten the message that these are general problems. Very general. They might stick in the world forever. Goddamn. Why is freeze so annoying? I literally cannot remember exactly what it is about. It's kind of like the lack of options and how everything is constantly freezing, and ice is the best example of death. Mr. Freeze. But what is even more powerful than Freezer? Oh yeah. The Y. The Lowai. Just saying. So we have another list of demons now, and probably many lists that I can actually do before I leave YouTube, which is quite amusing to me that I can do these things. It's kind of like I'm packing up and it's gonna take a while, and I'm like, oh, here's a bunch of boxes that actually mean a lot now that I packed everything together. And there's gonna be another list of boxes and another list of boxes, and I like to keep everything in order when I pack it together. So that's, I just see a lot of order right now, but I am in fact moving. Don't be surprised if I don't upload anymore. It's the best time to subscribe though, because the moment I upload, I mean, it's gonna be a fucking surprise. Surprise, motherfuckers! Here's what I'm doing somewhere else. It's crazy. Moving while living in the internet. It's kind of fucking. What is this? I was just surprised Discord wasn't muted properly. Alright, so list of demons is the best. I'm pretty sure there has to be one more that I'm missing. And there's plenty of more that I can actually write down, but let's unpack. It's disgusting. The cringe demon. The okay boomer. The okay boomer meme is pretty cool, right? Because if I look back just into my mom, like, she has no idea how to use technology. But most importantly, she doesn't feel the need to do that. And that just frustrates the shit out of me. Because to me it's very helpful. But how could someone, you know, just dismiss it? Obviously, if you lived 20 years without technology, you grew up without technology, all of a sudden you have to adapt to this new fucking movement. But I mean, people like that should be scared. This is not just revolutionary, it's now necessary. So literally they become demons. And that's what causes real-lifers trouble. Or causes, I don't know. See, the difference between problems and demons is that you can split problems into demons. It's literally just splitting the list into more understandable chunks of what could be causing the problems in the first place, the cluster of what kind of enemies you're gonna encounter in these fields of problems. And that's pretty cool, right? Honestly, okay, yeah. Honestly, if it's a very good meme, it turns into demon, right? And you can demonize people. So, because it worked so well, technologically, unadapt. I won't dig too deep into this. Just it is ugh. You don't use technology, it's gonna be real tough. Okay, I guess someone asked him a good question, and we got a really good Simon Sinek video now. I guess he should be subscribed. He's kind of a bright person. Ain't no brighter than me. But he has stats, so who cares? He's talking about social media, and it's relevant to me because he's mentioning bullying is now turning into like a, instead of short-term bullying, it's a long-term bullying. You're gonna be video recorded into, well, insanity, really. And it's really hard to hide away from that, isn't it? I don't know. I have never experienced bullying. I would love to. Actually, maybe a little bit. Maybe I got the spice. But I just feel like my entire life has been bullying. Long-term bullying. I don't know, man. What the fuck is this shit? I cannot talk personally about this. That's how terrible it is. I know the idea is great that, well, suicide rates are increasing, and we have to look into this fucking stupid correlation between social media usage increase, and how it relates to possible suicide. I mean, it's tough. But usually people would die from influence. Now they just die from influence, but they cause it on themselves, right? They just think they have to escape the influence. It's a bit weird, right? It's a bit weird. But to even think that you have no escape, that's kind of stupid. It's something that school has to take care of as well. It's a big problem. I guess suicide would be on a list of problems, but it isn't, for a good reason. It is not a problem. It's not the core issue. It's not generally. It's just what happens after the fact of something happening. So we should be able to actually see suicide like all over the place. Things that would cause suicide from here, from the list of problems, the main problems. I will, however, put it on the demon list. Do it because nobody likes you. that's normally the case, because if you cannot get a job, if you don't have enough money, if you get rejected, ignored, and just any of these problems attack you, including science. How does science attack? It spoils everything. Everyone knows everything, and it's not even interesting to actually share information, because, well, I can ask Google about it. Blah. I'm just watching videos. I'm already educated. Leave me alone. I don't want no facts. So, yeah. It's gonna cost something. It's gonna cost definitely something, and it's worth fixing. Any other comments, Sinek? Because I got nothing. Okay, he mentions validation, and yet again, it's more targeted towards social media. And the problem is not the numbers of likes and followers that you have, blah blah blah. It's kind of an It's a really sensitive system that you have to really understand what's going on behind the scenes and what you want and how do you get it. What do you really want? Because numbers ain't nothing interesting about numbers. It's supposed to be a wonderful game of social media that everyone can enjoy and participate. And the less people participate, the less meaningful numbers become. Also, the number of followers doesn't actually tell you how much engagement you're getting. This is terrible. It's a terrible number. Everything is a terrible number. Likes don't tell you anything. Likes is more like a life support sort of thing. I mean, honestly, I should be on that demon list and be like, no, seriously, I am, but I'm like exclusive. Go next. Yes, I am on this list. Because I'm gonna terrorize the shit out of internet if I get a chance. And honestly, please follow me. I have my own I have my own place in my own demon list, so please follow me. Subscribing and pushing the bell so you get notified has never been more important. Now that I'm leaving YouTube, it's perfect timing to do that. So also keep in mind, whenever anyone else leaves YouTube, fucking subscribe to that person. Yes, we love dead people. We love them. Because they can always come back to life. You never know, man. You never know. Gotta do it. But it's not about coming back to life. It's more like, yeah, he's gonna tell us where to go next. Am I right? Like, we can wait here. And that's what's gonna happen. So just gather up, wait here, or wait in my Discord, for fuck's sake. That's a never-ending travel bus. Road rage. We got it. It's crazy in there. Me talking to myself all the time. You can't fuck this up. I am really... What, finite games?
Finite-mindedness. Like...
Mindness. Oh, God. Well, infinite mindset is pretty expensive. Because you gotta consider that infinity is definitely the case in the universe. I mean, so why shouldn't your life be just as infinite as the universe? Well, because you suck. Specifically you. And honestly, I wonder if it's if it's really possible to exist for infinity at all. But it's probably like everything is made out of infinities and dimensions and stupid shit. So you're gonna exist infinitely, you just might die quicker if you're a shitty person. I don't know, it's really interesting how everything is interconnected, but you only can exist in certain realities for a certain amount of time. I really don't think age... I think just age is a demon by itself. Even though we relatively can't beat this demon, it's relatively the worst thing ever. Age. You're old because you're ill. Let's put ill. It's almost like a cancer type, but like everything has an expiration date. Every fruit, vegetable, season, and media, software. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Everything has expiration date depending on usage. Sadly, right? Am I right? Am I not right? It depends on the usage. So if you don't use yourself, if you just sleep a bunch, I hate to say it, but masturbate and sleep. If you just do that, you might be just fine. You might be living for 200 years or something. I don't know. Some crazy shit. Some crazy cheat codes are available, I think, for how long you can live. It's really about the usage. And if I haven't even had a relationship, I haven't even been used in any way. I haven't been stressed in any way. I haven't been beaten up by other fucking guys yet. So might as well live longer, right? I mean, what the hell? How am I being used in other ways? Obviously, internet is unstable. Unstable portal. You never know when there's too much knowledge in your head and you're just wasting yourself faster than anyone else. Even if your heartbeat isn't faster, even if you're like totally calm and cool person and you can suck a lot of blood from other people if you have to. I mean, holy shit. I don't know if you can beat aging demon even with the help of the internet. I don't know. It's a new thing. We'll still need more data on that shit. Age is a new thing, honestly. Animals can't beat age, but we can start questioning that thing. I mentioned before in one video that I want to be a psychologist at my school that I finished. I never went to college or university, and so it would be a nice comeback, honestly. Nice comeback. I would definitely anger a bunch of people on the top and would entertain a bunch of people at the bottom. And there is this inequality of like, Jesus Christ, kids are being tortured and adults torture themselves for no fucking reason when they could have tons of fun and less responsibility if they just allow people to invest into them instead of like, government, please pay us. I can't deal with these children. Oh my god, we're not funded very well. Jesus Christ, schools would be the most profitable thing you can actually work in if they just took direct funding from the people themselves, from children who go to schools. I mean, it's just, that's how it works. because children get jobs eventually, and then they have to pay back the school that actually gave all the education that they needed, because they would have to come back to school anyways. That's the fun part. Where are they gonna get proper advice from? The internet? Well, fuck off the internet. That's how you do it. That's how you bring down the school system into an accessible level, both for people who want to work there and people who have to learn things. But how am I gonna do that? I have no idea. I just know that's where I'm going. That's the idea right now. I'm chasing the most pure, well thought out ideas I can get my hands on. And honestly, if I'm successful enough, it's gonna be an internet country, everyone. A portal to the internet world. Let's go. It's open. Opening them portals, pretty hard stuff. That's why I'm a demon too. I think there's something I can actually write down that I wanted to do previously, but I couldn't because it just was a problem list, not a demon list. This is actually something I can do here. Barricans, yeah. America looks nice. And harmless. Now it's weird because zombies don't look nice, but that's the way, you know, you can be a monster by not being a monster, right? This zombies' most important trait is ability to look differently, right? Very differently. And it's not like you can modify that if you really are a zombie. But it's all about that new age movement that's going on. No, not that one. just the movement to get as many followers as you can. So you have to look super clean and act super clean and grow fast. Grow fast, guys. Do more real life, you know, them drugs that I call real life. Ugh. Friends, projects, all that good stuff. I hate it because that's the idea that I get from searching in too much social media when I'm just doing my research. I'm like, oh, these people are having lots of fun, lots of adventures. I think the most interesting trait is how Americans rank popularity way higher and way more, like, well, they prioritize popularity, let's put it that way. Because you cannot get popular in any other place except in America, because you're gonna, you know, have the most popular culture in your baggage of what you've learned growing up. It's crazy. The fact that at any point you can go viral and explode, but only if you are an American. Literally. There is a restriction here. Surely other countries can surprise you, but like, you don't get the same response. So yeah, just because it's achievable in America, popularity is high priority, right? And Americans kind of keep it to themselves. They don't invade other cultures necessarily, even though they have the highest, or the, let's say the highest ranking in terms of culture level, right? it was for a good reason I first started with Rebecca Black talking about zombie apocalypse. Because at any point the whole fucking demon shit can crash. It's literally demon stocks. Please support Gurnex stocks, because it can crash too. God damn it. Can I crash? I can crash into something. Make a really big explosion. It is true. I am very unstable, considering what I had to go through and how I dealt with it and what the world has to offer. Sometimes you don't feel so invulnerable anymore. I don't know, maybe I won't be on the list because I said it. Oh my god, now I'm scared. Damn it. Fuck. Okay. Now we can do it. We can pretend that these stocks are gonna crash. Eventually. Okay, I got one for you. Timers. Because it restricts flexibility. Honestly, anything that has to do with time is broken. If you try and really optimize things, and things are so stretched. In fact, I think I just found something crazy. I think I just found a hidden achievement, a problem that I haven't discussed yet. Time management. And that's a big fucking deal that I really forgot. And I feel like shit. I'm still back in my mind like saying, this can't be right. I totally listed every problem imaginable, but time management is hilarious. Because anything that is strictly happening at a certain time, and most of the time jobs are very strict on how they're timed. It's quite a bit broken system because it's not flexible, and it's really hard to obviously fix it. How the fuck do you do that? You literally have to improve job quality over and over again, and time management is going to be fixed eventually, and usually it's just the jobs. That's why I didn't really notice this thing, because it's that this is higher priority, right? Jobs is higher priority. Job to create jobs is a problem, because sometimes jobs become unstable, unworkable, or just very difficult. Just anything that stops people from being employed is bad and has to be constantly reviewed and loosened up so it works properly. But what it really relates to, it's just pure stress. That's what time is, and jobs are very stressful. And again, they just go hand in hand. It's just so annoying that it's not like a separate problem. Yes, it's something that affects you at school time as well, because you should be able to just approach your teacher at any point, get those questions, get those, quests, and really there's absolutely no reason why there are classes in the first place, besides the fact that, well, it is pretty cool, but that's it. Really, Everything that is happening is because it's cool. I mean, I give up. School is literally S plus cool. And I'm not just saying S, I'm saying snipers. Put that S in there. And vampires, put that cool in there. And you literally have those two things dominating the world right now. Damn, I have to remove all the schools, I guess, from existence. Or replace them with something else. We need a new name for that shit, basically, is what I'm saying. Meaning that schools are also demons. And it's very appropriate to put it right in here. I have a stupid name. And everything else. Everything else about schools is stupid. Oh my god. When I had to deal with Shane Dawson releasing his documentary about Jake Paul, Shane Dawson also revealed the most dominant problem, which is sociopathy. Technically is the most dominant. Which, with a slight tint of psychopathy as well. It's a very specific type of personality. Okay? It has a name, actually. It's called Billie Eilish. A person that will never be on any of my lists, except an enemy please kill this person list. I've never seen a more crazier celebrity than this shit. Someone who has to be... Can someone kill this, please? I think she looks like a zombie. Come on guys. Don't joke about this. Why is she popular? No Avril. Don't do this. Don't promote her. What the fuck? Billie Eilish. Let's open up Google. What is Google gonna give me? How many zombies are we gonna find on Google? On Google selfie mode. Billie Eilish. Definitely one zombie, two zombies. Is this same? This is bad. 3. It goes pretty fast. I guess that's a 4. 5 maybe? That's a nice 6. That's definitely here on a list. Like, I've never seen a person roleplay a zombie before and be popular. Like, this is fucking insane to me. Literally, I have to put her in here or something. I'm just so scared right now. But let's put sociopaths in here. And say all hail Billie Eilish. That's it. That's all you need to know, man. No. I guess I'm glad. It's like Jake Paul was trying to steal that crown of like, I'm a sociopath a little bit. Oh, he definitely looks like a sociopath. Shane Dawson said, and he's actually right. Jake Paul is actually more sociopathic than Shane Dawson because that's his personality, okay? Then Shane Dawson and Logan Paul. Yeah, that's the thing. Just like Tana Mongo is a bit more sociopathic. And Shane Dawson could have easily done the same series about her as well. Maybe she was even mentioned as such, but now we have a perfect example of what a sociopath looks like. I'm not gonna put Ariana Grande in there, even though she actually belongs in that category as well. But it's better. It's better that way, okay, guys? Because vampires and snipers are a bit too dominant right now. I'm just not gonna lie. Now, unfortunately, this list isn't like in order, and I probably will keep it that way for a while. I mean, eventually I will have to find power levels and even make a game about it. Killing demons. Easy, right? Because why not make a card game? It's going to be easier in the future to make a game than ever before. Hopefully. No, it's probably gonna crash. It's probably a demon too. Games is demon. Game engines are demons. I've talked about it as well. How difficult it is to, you know, find a game engine. The only thing you get is games engine, not a game engine. You cannot make a very specific game that you want. You can make any kind of game you want with programming, which is probably the worst way to do it and the hardest way to do it. I mean, you have Minecraft where you can make kind of any game you want, but at some point you'll realize it has so many limitations, you're better off not doing anything. So that's a problem. I mean, it is kind of a demon there. Let's put it in there, because I'm fighting this demon very actively, technically, as well. I might as well add it. Game engine. A mythical beast. I am yet to find. It's really that rare, boys. Oh my god. There is a reason. There is a reason I basically started with Makeup Zombie. Oh my god. I just remembered the whole video of Rebecca Black answering how to survive a zombie apocalypse was her, oh, if you look good and find people that trust you, you're gonna survive. It's gonna be fine, guys. Please help. Anyone? Oh no. That's called prostitution. In a zombie apocalypse, that's just pure prostitution. My love now. I'll say it to Rebecca Black. Oh my love. I am so inspired by her. Oh god. What have I done? I said the truth and only but the truth. And do you realize what I'm doing is just taking the world and its concepts and just flipping it like a pancake? It's just so terrifying how stupid everything is sometimes. Because I've collected so many things that smart people were saying about the problems that we have in general, and putting them all together in one place. That's kind of mind-bending, honestly. It's supposed to be a documentary at this point, but I don't have Shane Dawson for that. Give me a documentary about Rebecca Black. Not the world, because who cares about the world, right? You just care about prostitution, man. I'ma get that prostitution. All I need is just the zombie apocalypse. But that's a secondary problem to deal with, you know? I was honestly in my dream randomly suggested to become a president. That was a bit fucking weird. And I always knew in the back of my head, like, becoming a president is hard. I don't care. I don't want it. I can become a president of a new country that I create. That's a lot easier than becoming an actual president anywhere. And again, you can see the America's dominance of this. Like, everyone cares who's gonna be the American's president. Everyone. Okay? American culture dominating. But there's something wrong about that, right? Because they're not actually dominating through war. They're dominating with obsessing with themselves and making other people obsess with themselves. It is terrifying, to be honest. And it's not gonna last very long now that it's out in the open, basically. Because American culture used to be something you bring home with you. Now it's just it is not okay. It's weird how long it can last, right? It's almost like, what, 9/11 is actually one of those timelines when American culture created a war culture or a cancer culture, where they are dominant by force, which you cannot actually understand fully unless you get that list of demons. If I can bring it back up again. If there's anything special about America, though, because we have this ultimate culture war, right, of gender. I don't think racism is actually relevant. Like, I don't actually think that's relevant. But the gender shit is a bit on edge. Let's put it that way. It's really hard to break what, God gave us. It's really hard to break that. But some people love it. People love breaking shit up because it feels new. It feels like they have created something. And honestly, play yourself instead of fuck yourself, because you can't anymore. You have to play yourself to feel good about yourself. And that's worse than masturbation. I'm sorry about that. I don't know, I just feel repulsed. It's a very repulsive demon. It's just as bad as hygiene is to me. Americans have to deal with this shit. I mean, awesome. They have great hygiene, but the genderism, oh my god, that is worse. There's no, like, demon that where everyone fears to be offended or something, or is gonna call you out if you offend them. That's just normal human behavior, I think. People don't want to be offended, or they want to punch you in the face, and because they can't do that, well, they're gonna try and do whatever they can to punch you in the face with words or something, or make you punch into your own face. I don't know, it gets a little bit tricky, so that's not a demon that I can put on the list. Literally, there's nothing very specific about the culture, because it's dying anyways. You just don't know it yet, right? Because you live in a city. And that is the demon that I wanted to write from the very beginning. City pit. All we have to do to bring America down No, not make it great again. Literally, Trump, just by saying make America great again, is kind of supporting it for the crutches that it has. Otherwise it would fall down and just die eventually. But that's good, right? We're not prepared for destruction of America yet. Plenty of people would want the destruction just because, right? So they will take that opportunity when the revolution happens. But the idea is to make sure we have a better language and make sure we have a better currency. Those two things kind of make up for themselves. If you don't have to use US dollars anymore, America becomes so much less relevant. So much. I found something very interesting. So the event was created on June 27, Storm Area 51. But then you have this.
Hey everyone!
Hey everyone, January 15. So she did it before it was awesome, okay? And it has a Area 51 reference on the wall. Almost there. Ending shot maybe? Here we go. Roswell 51. I did it before it was cool, it should say right there. That's about it. That was kind of interesting. I don't know what this is about in the first place though. It's just stupid. It was stupid, it went stupid. It just showed how Americans are just zombies, right? They're not gonna do anything harmful at all. But it feels like a threat, right? It feels like something is off. I literally just said harmless. Cute, right? Very cute. And it's like, they look very intimidating in general. It's what zombies are supposed to do. It's weird, actually. Why would you want to be so repulsive and intimidating? Even Ariana Grande looks intimidating. Crazy, right? Repulsive. Maybe that's another demon, but very related to zombies. No. I mean, it's a trait that zombies have, for some reason. I mean, they probably just love when people run away from them. I don't know. I'll figure this one out. This is interesting. I guess it's one other way you can actually make people consent is scare them off, and if they don't get scared off, oh, you're my friend now. Because look, and you're pointing fingers at everyone else who have left. And I was like, why did they leave? It's fine. And it's like, yeah, you probably don't see it the way that they see it. It's pretty cool. I really see that to some degree. It's kind of interesting. Isn't it like super interesting when America is literally an island, an isolated thing from the rest of the world? Asia and Europe, we work together, my friends. Australia is one of those idiots, but even they stumble upon a way to enter Eurovision somehow. But Americans? What the fuck are those? Literally repulsive. So much water. for no reason in between us. Please stop. So by default, because you're investing so much, you might even be stuck in America if you travel from other countries. It's pretty intense stuff. Okay, and when it comes to the city pit demon, it's a very old and very big demon. The bigger the city, the better, right? Not anymore. So now it's a deadly stock right there. Big cities are crumbling down just because they're big and out of control. You know, nobody wants to order things around anymore because that is also becoming more and more expensive. Being government is becoming pretty expensive. I mean, and stressful. Only Donald Trump can do it. I mean, I'm just saying, like, who wants to be president anymore? I don't think so, guys. It feels like a suicide mission. You literally have to have ulterior motives if you want to be a president. There's no fucking way. Just get out of here. Okay, that's gonna be the description. The city size now equivalent to shit size. Big stanky poop. Again, that's one of the cultures that spawned this mentality to be incredibly clean and good looking, so you stand out in a crowd where people are trying to stand out. It's a cringe moment, but you gotta bear with it. There's a lot of demons, okay, so just bear with it. Just pretend that it's just one of them and it doesn't stand out at all. So sad. The city culture is everywhere. It spreads around everywhere, especially with the internet, but because it's trying to spread everywhere, it's still better to not be in the city. It's just so weird. I can't even imagine living in a fucking skyscraper. I'm having a hard time in a 5th fucking floor. Just using stairs. Jesus Christ. Using elevator all the time. I don't. Please kill me already. I can't imagine. I mean, America is known for the American dream where you have a house, but that is also pretty weird. That is pretty expensive stuff, and the house marketing is steadily rising for good actual reason. But that thing is so complicated. I'm not exactly sure if I'm glad that I summoned this demon as well. The Rent Boy. How do I call it? Wrecked. With rent. Here we go. The song is pretty amazing. How it kind of relates to the video, or in general. It has a very interesting lyric though. Somewhere in the end, if I show the broken things inside my heart, would you run away? Or are you the same? That's a zombie way of getting consent, isn't it? That's very interesting. Creep the shit out of them. And that really was interesting, actually. That's literally how snipers got me, really. I was interested in giving consent, but I was sort of running away at the same time. Ugh. She got me. I get it now. I ran away. Let's put it that way. Uh-oh. Well, I will take revenge. I don't give a fuck. Once I know the strategy, it is too late, right? Because there's always a counter strategy. This is bullshit that I had to deal with. And not running away this time, right? It's that easy. It's true, like, them little snipers want that courageous man all the time. Because they counter them very well. Ah, fucking snipers, Jesus Christ. Literally documentary incoming. Okay, just got tons of work. I don't know, it's probably has been an hour until I can come back and make another segment. There's actually another demon that I found. And it's all your fault. That's right, that's the name. And honestly, that's the way to describe this demon. Is that most of the time it's not your fault. The reality is you have been single for too long. That's it. That's the only thing you can blame yourself for, I guess. Or you can say that friendships are valuable to you and maybe you haven't had enough friends or something. But normally it's that really deep exchange that has to happen between people, like a lot of trust, huge exchange of responsibilities, and just teaching each other things that matter, right? And then it's not your fault, because now you're learning crazy new things and you're fixing your life, essentially. And the only thing you can blame yourself for is not being open for that sort of relationship to happen. Whatever it takes, you gotta be open with that. And not being open for love is your fault. That's a demon right there. Someone stop him. Jesus Christ. That's a pretty common demon though. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Now we'll actually know how to call out your fault when I see it. Rent is pretty important, I suppose. Again, it comes in relationship with the city pit, where you're like stuck in a city. But you also, but with the rent, it's almost the opposite, where you want to get the fuck out of the city because it's too expensive. Anyways, so you're stuck in two worlds. If you get a job, it's just the worst thing ever. No, I mean, you're stuck and with the big rent. And you would love to escape, so you hate your job even more. And this gets just worse. Literally, all I can say about rent is trap zone. Whoops. Now the fact that home prices are rising kind of makes sense, because it's a luxury anyways. But rent is it's a bit crazy too. I mean, home prices are, I don't know, for me it's rocket science how you get up there, up that mountain. You probably need a rocket. So I don't even want to think that I would ever own something like that. What is that? But I kind of do. I kind of do own one. Whoops. Spilled the beans. I'm rich boy all along. Well, my hut sucks, obviously, and never mind. There's just some business I have to do. That's a big list. So there's a good reason why I mentioned the your fault thing. Again, women just kind of are really active when they're young. Just ridiculous. It's almost like we need to exchange, because I'm sitting at home and I'm just chilling here for very much. This is what women are supposed to do, honestly. Not me. I'm supposed to rule the world, because gender inequality. I'm sorry, I don't understand, but it doesn't feel very manly. I'm supposed to complete quests and meet people, right? At least that much. Just help, or just do the best job ever of making more jobs. I mean, holy shit. That would be a dream come true. And it's not easy to have this dream because you don't even know what that means. That's the problem. I just know the concept is super noble. Chernobyl, motherfuckers. And honestly, this is quite beautiful, you know. You change those responsibilities in order to be able to trust each other, right? It's like, okay, if a woman doesn't have to go outside and meet people, she doesn't have to collect opinions because she can get it from the husband. And the husband doesn't have to stay at home because home is just too comfortable to stay at. It's just too good. It feels too good. You have to go somewhere else. Get the fuck out of here. Beat up some people. Feel bad about yourself. Kick some demon ass. It feels too safe until it doesn't. You know. Easy. Yeah. It's weird because a person who travels too much and meets too many people and still feels safe and suddenly turns into a home person, yeah, you would feel way too safe with that person. It's like, Jesus Christ, I don't want to be here anymore. I haven't done so many things for some reason. That's literally it, right? The biggest complaint that anyone has about me is that I don't go outside, but I literally don't have a reason to. Maybe that could change. Maybe there's a problem there that I just don't have a perspective to even, you know, don't have the sight, don't have the glasses. You fucking need a microscope to see that perspective. I can't do it. It's like there's a whole other story that you have to live through, right? And you can do it. You can cut your tail, put someone else's tail, and be like, oh, so that's what kind of childhood you generate to get this perspective, and blah blah blah. It's a huge exchange, incredibly huge, if you can do it, and everything changes. So yes, but don't worry. I mean, the longer you're single, the bigger your value is. But then you have a huge responsibility of, like, you know, maintaining a huge value. It's crazy. And it's hard to explain how it works. I find it really funny because it reminds me of Selena Gomez. She's now Selena Gomez too, because she's coming back. And what is she coming back for? To find another boyfriend. I mean, why did she die in the first place? What stopped her from releasing the album? It's like eventually she had to do it. It's like it's time. Oops. It's pretty obvious why. I mean, the worst thing, if in the back of her head, Selena was like, okay, I'm still stalking Justin Bieber in the creeper type of way. Okay, just say creeping. Because stalking is totally different from creeping, okay? I creep on everyone because I'm a creeper. And Selena Gomez is probably doing the same shit. And then Justin Bieber got married and it's like, oh, I guess I don't have any hope. Let's release everything. Attack! One last time. I needed to lose you to love me. It's more like an addiction. I'm just saying. I'm just fucking saying, dude. I mean, I have a hard time letting people go, and I have the same personality. I can't lie, man. I understand that. That Lena. Sell that Lena. The second version. Oh my god. I can't wait to capture that Pokemon eventually. But she's way up there. If Rebecca Black is a success, I might just dump her. Be like, I'm going up there. Okay, bye. Bye-bye. It's your fault. Stay single, bitch. No. It's gonna be a little bit too tough. I don't know. But it seems like it's better to have a soulmate than food. Because creepers counter vampires. Rebecca Black is food to me. I hate to say it, but yikes. Yikes. Police is already on its way, isn't it? I'm scared. Well, at least I have my own system, right? And people only have horoscopes and horoscope signs. That's all they have. I can show middle finger to that shit. Yeah, and they have like personality types of like those 16 personality types. But it's not exactly that popular either. So women are just completely lost in the forest. Just doing nothing. If you're not popular, you're not relevant at this point. Nothing matters. Nothing is consistent. The entire painting is going to be flipped anyways. Yanked. And everyone who haven't been burned, just gonna burn. And everyone who did got burned finally will get a light of day. That's what a pancake flip means. I'm not exactly sure how I will present to the world that I do deserve this amazing food. Because I've been tortured by singularity too much. Yeah, it's literally singularity. That's the singularity that I am scared of. Being single, holy shit. No joke. I have too much value to offer. Because I've been single my whole life. I don't know what Zach is gonna do. The Zach Sang. The one who interviews everyone. Except Rebecca Black, she's not relevant. But interviews everyone. And at least his interviews are the only ones relevant to me when it comes to celebrity interviews. So congratulations, Zach Sang. He said he's a virgin and he's 2 years older than me. And I was like, there's something wrong with the world. Especially when you have to say that in front of a celebrity. Like, what the fuck is wrong with the world? I understand me being virgin, but the public figure... That's a new universe for me. I can't wait to get an interview from that guy. Literally switch places. I'm interviewing you, little shit. What happened? Year in review. No, entire life in review. Let's go. I can take it. So yeah, just a little bit swim across the stardust. I'm sorry that I have great imagination. I should just be a slave to the system and shut the fuck up. Am I right? No need to imagine that I can escape singularity, let's put it that way. I'm worthless. You know. Is there like... I don't know. It's probably a demon. It's in Lithuanian, I know the word. It's like, don't think of yourself too highly. Something like that. There's one word for it. I'm honestly surprised that English doesn't have a word that at least comes right at me. And be like... You can say you're not that important or something. But... not one word. Let me think. I need to call this a demon for sure, because it has to have a name. So I'll really need to think about this one. I think I just found perfect word for it. Lego. Lego. It's like Lego. Okay, let's do Lego. It's like Legos. You can't... Can you... No, you just have to say Lego. But you have to say this word is Lego. I don't know if there's supposed to be 2 G's or whatever. I'll just do it the brand way. I might just get copy striked. Copy strike, he said legal. It's not legal. But is it legal though? Okay, so yeah. If your ego is not... Okay. Alright, so yeah. If it's not carefully crafted and your ego has to be tested, so your loser ego, right? It's amazing. It's a loser ego. Or why did I put L in the first place? I'm not exactly sure. It just happened to be working, but it's more like I wanted to see let go. So you just let go. But loser also works. Okay, that's nice. Loser ego. Right, if it's not carefully crafted, it's gonna fail a bunch of tests and little prick and a burst your bubbles and blah blah. You're just in a demon land now. You just had a demon ego this whole time. Oh look, MatPat is in time to talk about how YouTube is gonna die by 2020. Will your favorite channel survive the purge? Oh yeah. The fact that you need to question anything like that is pretty terrifying, I'm not gonna lie. By the way, Rebecca Black just kind of scored 100. It doesn't mean anything until I say only 4 other people on the internet scored 100 at how hot they are, okay? And that's a pretty big achievement, actually. And these two don't link together, but maybe Rebecca's channel isn't going to die by 2020. I'm just guessing. I just want to see this one more time. The sigh, oh my god, it's so amazing. It's crazy that his eyes are so fucking teary. I don't know, man. This guy's special. Untouchable, because he knows what's gonna happen, but he has to be #1 player and play the game along with everyone else and cry over YouTube when it was dead the whole way through anyways. Not that I would have predicted the downhill spike. Wow. I don't know. But the first time I learned about DTube, I'm like, okay, let's move, let's get out of here. I didn't like how they treated Flat Earth at all. And channels were removed. It was getting pretty nuts. It was getting pretty nuts. And over the time, YouTube has been annoying enough to where alternatives, you know, are very sweet now and welcoming. But as always, there's government. Who knows what it's going to do? Declare war on fucking social media. That's not YouTube, because YouTube follows our rules so much. It's our little puppy. Look at our little puppy. I know what's coming, MatPat. Tanks are coming. People hate content creators that much that they actually burden them with anything at all. Like, I don't care what it is that the problem is. I kind of understand what it is. It's kind of clear, right? Children's content banned, or not just banned, but you can get sued. You're making children's content. But how? Just none of this makes sense, right? If you're trying to actually understand it, that's why I try not to dig too deep, because sometimes you just have to admit people are stupid, or retarded, or aggressively retarded, and they have to die. They just literally have to be wiped off because they're so aggressively stupid and they annoying everyone else. Government, goddammit. I want to be banned from YouTube from saying that, but that shit is annoying. But instead of saying that, why not just leave, you know? Instead of crying, why not just leave? Oh, it's so hard. Oh, I've invested so much. And I have been rejected by my super mega big old girlfriend collab. Vampire spider. I mean, you can meme on YouTube right now. YouTube itself. What does that mean? What does this Illuminati sign mean, surrounded by red? And pointing to the right. What does this mean? It says play button? Let's play with your soul. Kids content, goddammit. It's annoying, right? There's porn all over the place and you gotta restrict kids from watching porn or something. I don't know. I don't know. Kids don't care about this shit. But there are limits. And there are very easy ways to attack content and play around this stuff. But instead, YouTube chose the, automatic approach that we can figure out. Okay, we can just look at the patterns and figure out what your content belongs to. Okay, that's pretty early for that. We haven't even tried to do that manually. How the fuck is going to work automatically? I have never seen that happen, guys. Who does that? Who creates a robot before manual solution is even created for a problem? I have never seen that. That is probably impossible. And honestly, you're just witnessing the crash of an YouTube trying to do a backflip. That's impossible. Double black flip. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Black flip. Let's do that shit. Let's make it black and then flip it 180 degrees. That would be fucking fantastic, YouTube. That's the icon that I want right now. Oh, the pedophile problem. Okay, so how do you solve this problem? Very quickly. How do you tag videos? You turn it into a game. Ha 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 ha. Everyone's tagging everyone. Every video, every channel, every, thing. Tag, tag, tag. Get out your Pokédexes and tag everyone. Share your opinion about people. Because asking, what do you think about me, is the scariest question ever in the universe that I've ever had to witness. So, that is not yet internet famous, my friends. That tagging system doesn't exist. So, I hate to break it to you, but until it happens, YouTube is not only doomed, it's going to be kicked in the ass while it's downed. And we're going to watch it together, sitting down. I'm going to move, but I'm probably not going to find anything for a long time myself. Because I'm looking for that specific feature that will save everyone's ass in the end. So, until that happens, I'm not a winner either, just by leaving. Holy shit, what the fuck. So basically, how does it fix the issue when you have everything tagged? You just prevent, or you ask a bunch of questions if a grown-up is trying to watch a kid's video. There's a lot of questions you need to ask. You might even just disable the comments, right? So the grown-up cannot interact with just stranger kids. We don't want that, right? Kids kind of belong to their parents to take care of. So there are more smarter solutions out there. And YouTube is just trying to patch a hole every time one pops out. And they have a bunch of robots running around and be like, we can do this, we can do this, we can see holes. Yeah, totally. Totally. Except government always demands robots to do better and better work. Every single time. The challenge is harder and harder. I can't wait for the next one. Okay, boomer. I just said it, okay? You rewind back and I'm like, there's some people that gotta die. And die fairly fast, so they stop being annoying and lawmaking and all over the place. But honestly, it's a violent solution that we need. Anarchical solution on the internet. Preventing government to touch it. Ever. No more government. Don't touchy the internet. Whoops, you touch the internet, we're coming for you. How are we gonna come for the government? Next video, please. Let's create a documentary how internet is gonna take over the government. Not the way around, not the other way around. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I need more videos. I need to leave YouTube with a boom, flash, sonic boom. Holy shit is gonna happen. I'm so excited right now. So I'm leaving this for later. It's, you know, Stampede. Let's destroy the government. I don't like you, government. Uh-oh. Think about it this way, right? Government is trying to censor everything, everywhere, all the time. And the internet is like, oh, you know, we'll have enough of this and, like, we'll move on. You're gonna be left behind trying, you know? I am trying, stop trying. It had to happen a long time ago. I had to stop being single a long time ago, but apparently there are enough problems, so I should stay single and solve problems instead. Then become attractive and get them hoes, man. When I stop, you know, solving problems, there won't be problems. Everyone's happy. You know, it's kind of cool, right? This is one of the biggest demons out there. That's supposed to go on a list right now. But it's not going on a list. Because it's that big. It's a problem itself. Government. Law. I don't even know the name of this thing. Illuminati. Top of the pyramid, boys. This looks like a face. Like a Joker face. It's amazing. He's now at the part where, oh, you can get the 420 blazing hundreds per video. Oh my god, it's the most hilarious thing I've ever seen. Because, yeah, it's a lot of damage. It's overkill. I don't know how to react to this anymore. I wanna see something happen. The purge of YouTube. Man, I'm gonna chill. I don't care. I watch middle, non-edgy, not kids over friendly content. I watch that middle ground. That is probably also very edgy in some other way. But YouTube didn't address that yet. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, someone literally named Rebecca just liked my profile. I fucking hate this shit. Sometimes coincidence is a bit too much. It was with the case, so it doesn't count. And it was my age, so it doesn't count. And it doesn't have a profile pic, so it doesn't count because I cannot judge the person. And I'm good at judging, okay? When I see this... twice, by the way. Because it's literally the same thing, right? It's the vampire. Cause it's like, I'm gonna bite you, protection. That she is implying, I suppose. And here she's literally a vampire. Yay, costume, obviously. It's so annoying, right? It is so annoying. When they make it obvious. But everyone does that. It's so insane that you cannot escape your own personality to me. But you can probably break it. Breaking personalities, it's almost impossible. Nobody can do it. I've never seen anyone do it. I've never seen anyone try, though. It's really tough to say. What does that even mean? I like it that you can kind of very quickly prove to yourself that being single long enough gives you actual value of some kind. Now it's really hard to actually tell what it is. It's kind of a not just attraction because you're available, right? A lot of people are available, but there's some kind of wisdom of yourself and ability to live by yourself, or whatever you would call it. Being single is pretty tough stuff to do, and as long as you can balance yourself properly, you are gaining a lot of value, because there's nobody actually standing in your way and demanding you to, you know, constantly express yourself properly, so they would understand it as well of what's going on. You can just develop yourself until you're not single, and that increases value as well as if you just tag something, someone single and a celebrity, you can quickly prove to yourself that, yeah, celebrities get more and more attractive as the longer they are single, right? And the moment they have to start answering those uncomfortable questions, why you don't date anyone? And at the moment, celebrity status isn't that, you know, open, I would say. And it's like the most open thing you can do is talk about your relationships, like really openly and properly, and just name names is what I'm saying. I don't understand. For me, this is a demon that's long overdue, but people have to have it because, I don't know, privacy. You're not actually famous if you have privacy. It's tough to say this, but like, you want to be really famous, well, you have to be super open about everything, every little detail. I can be famous. I'm famous to myself. I guess people can't handle celebrities, like actual celebrities. Like, would you watch only interviews? Would you actually be interested that much? And you should be, because honesty is much more important. But you know, people want to subject themselves to lies, so they allow themselves to lie to themselves. It creates more balance to themselves, but eventually everything falls down, and you're just hoping to just stretch that time limit until you actually die and don't actually feel anything. It's a nice strategy, and it's a very like temporal strategy of like stretching time and pushing problems so you don't have to deal with because you're dead by then. It's a pretty fucking interesting strategy, right? It's more like not having a strategy type of strategy, where you don't have to think, you can do whatever the fuck you want, and all the problems are just shifted until you cannot push them anymore, and you just die from those causes, basically. Yeah, problems kill you at that point if you just push them too far. Now, is a new form of lifestyle gonna happen anytime soon? I mean, I'm pushing a lot of problems because I literally have no idea how to solve them, and I'm just digging them out. So for now, it's legit the same thing for me, and it's likely that people gonna, you know, not be able to help me out, because I kind of need help in order to progress further. I don't know. This is gonna be very tough to figure this out. Is that a demon though? I obviously had a little bit of a list. I think we started with age. No, okay, boomer. Alright, we started here, right? So I'll mark it. We need to talk about all of these really quickly. We basically have another chunk of these. I'm also gonna mark every 10. Right. That's a 10. And then we have 20 over here. And then I mean, there's not going to be any order here. There's just too many items. Right? So it's just like having a box of demons, and you just dump them all together and be like, oh, this guy does that. I also put government as that 15th problem above Y and time management. It's not exactly an order as well. I just know these guys are here. Now the way... It's really hard to describe government because it's just a bunch of rules. A bunch of rules that get old very quickly, right? So it's just old people. Once you attach kind of like demonic presence right here, you understand the source, or like renamed thing. My mom. The moment you grow up, what is your mom gonna do if she doesn't have a job? What the fuck is that thing? Get a job, mom. Well, that's not exactly my story, but like, it seems that way for sure right now. Might as well put alarm clock in here, because we all love those. Oh god, that's a demon right there. But you're lucky. You're lucky you're here. Anyways. Alright. Correct. Alright, so terrible is just a pack of stuff. Terrible things. You can't really describe it. There's nothing in particular. It's just terrible. Most of the time things are stupid or get in your way, you're just annoying, whatever. Little things, but they, you know, they come together in a package of some sort. Of a human being who has lots of problems and don't want to deal with them. Which I just fucking mentioned. Oh my god. I really feel sometimes, or most of the times, when I try and remake the video, it's so hard to fucking read for me. And be like, oh, it's just flows right out of me. No. I'm reading and trying to remember. And it's actually a lot of work. I don't know, being creative is actually easier. And quantifying things instead of... But you have to make sure that they live. And it's like, who's gonna read my stuff if I cannot read my own stuff? So I'll just try with the glimpse of your eye. You know, you look into a demon and like, okay, I think I know who you are. I think I get the idea. I mean, I did that last time with problems. I recycled them and it didn't hurt at all. So I'm probably taking a wrong approach here. Okay, so the memes. They have a bit of a problem because they can simplify things and make you laugh at those things, at the problems. Just because you know something doesn't mean you have to, right? Because you might develop a wrong perspective. And if I say something, all of a sudden you're gonna laugh at me. That's the curse of memes, basically. That's when you laugh, you lose, right? When I'm trying to be serious, right? And then you just laugh. I can't even solve the local issues. Obviously, just bringing up problems it's also a meme. So you have to avoid that shit. Memes help in order to like introduce things, and it's like, is it interesting to you? And most importantly, memes give a very good definition of something, right? So if you just see it once and you cannot get a reaction from yourself that's accurate, you don't really understand what's going on. But the meme is supposed to reoccur enough times. Wait, oh my god. Okay, I made so many pauses because it's just insane. And it's just the same thing of my mom talking to herself. Just so annoying. Ridiculously annoying. I can't even describe. I can't even put this demon in here and be like satisfied. It just has to be exclusive to me, and it makes me feel like I cannot solve problems. Like, it makes me feel super weak and hopeless. The best way to solve it is just move. But it's like, I gotta have some money to move and rent a place and feel safe. Everything is expensive. Everything. I feel fucking paralyzed because culture does not allow anything unless you want to break, you know, yourself eventually. That's the way I feel it. I can't help it. Am I talking myself out of everything all the time? Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Except I do evaluate. Like you can't just blame a person and be like, oh, you trash in that way. You have your own problems, but you kind of trash. And it's like there are no successful people. Jesus Christ. I'll trash myself anyways. But there are terrible people as well. So where do you fall into this category? It's just so difficult to explain what's right and wrong, right? What is good, because at any point I can just play a counter card to myself. And I'm not talking myself out of things. I'm trying to figure out what talking even means. Because, yes, I can counter myself. At some point, yes, I felt incredible fear when dealing with this. Because I felt like I am, in fact, not doing enough. And I am talking myself out of things because things just happen spontaneously and you have to live in the moment. And even if there are barriers, these barriers are like fences. You can just jump over them and come up to a person and express all these problems, and you will never be able to be like a wide range YouTuber because you will not be able to touch people properly in that proper manner. You can only be close to someone and then make that impact that you want to make. That's a mouthful of stuff to handle. I mean, it's there. It exists. It's gonna grow into something. It's gonna change my behavior. It just will take time to solve all this stuff. Which, at least I'm trying, right? I hate to say it, because just trying is worthless. You gotta be constantly successful and constantly happy about yourself and feel like you're moving forward. At a lot of times it doesn't feel that I'm moving forward. It feels like I'm freezing, and it's okay. I'm able to get out of that position most of the time. People do that as well. It's great. Life is great. So let's just continue with the video. I'm sure it has value. Hygiene is the worst for me personally, because it has robbed me of countless jobs, and I haven't really figured out how to deal with it. I mean, it's fairly simple. It's just sweat. But what the fuck is that? What is that? I'm sure there's like a super simple solution that I haven't yet figured out, while I have figured out what cancer is, what flu is, what even love is. I know what love is. Like a very good definition that probably will not change for years now. Love is simply magic that can be done with more than one person. Right? Magic happens in your head, in your life. You can just conjure up magic to yourself and be like, oh, that's magical. To you, though. You're not going to impress anyone. But the moment you connect with someone, you can start sharing that magical feeling, and that's what love is. It's like, wow, that's actually pretty simple, and love wouldn't actually exist if it wasn't simple, and wouldn't be describable. So if you think it's not a describable feeling, yeah, most of the time, the idea of feeling things isn't describable. But love, concepts like that is. It's just not expressible, right? You cannot conjure love into someone just by saying a definition, right? That also doesn't work. So it feels ineffective, but at least ability to understand it and put it into words, into principles that you can unentangle for yourself, and eventually you understand it. It's like, you know, my video has very little value unless you sit down and be like, okay, what does that mean? What does that mean? Is he saying the truth? Do I understand? Just constantly. It's a headache to get through a video like this. I get it, and I still encourage everyone to do it because, you know, it's a different perspective, and it's a quantity. It's out there. It's an experience that you can have, and I'm the one to blame, everyone. I wish I was as hot as Rebecca Black, though. God damn it. She got me. 5th hottest. Oh my god. And nobody noticed that. Okay. Adviceless. It is a tough one to crack, right? Like, you don't know what to do, and you don't have the advice to do it. Right? Life hacks are incredibly useful, and obviously in local environment you want a few hacks and know how to bypass certain rules smoothly, be that smooth criminal. Like, there's so many little things, so many little cheat codes that you can pick up as advice. They're obviously super valuable, and they're not supposed to be cheap and laying around everywhere, because all of a sudden advice turns into constant cheating on everyone. Everyone's just cheating on everyone. But I do feel like there's huge inequality in how many people have how many friends, and just inequality of resources. Everyone just plays with their own amazing resources that they have, and they're unable to share it. Am I doing that as well? Well, the only thing I'm doing is just collecting photos. Eventually I'm gonna you know, release my collections, so that's not a problem. But I've never seen, just in this one case, a person shared his entire job with me, just gave it away, and that was life-saving thing that he did. And I'm like, wow, nobody else did anything like that. I guess I was able to take another friend's, you know, friendships along with me, and that was one of those friendships, and technically I should be grateful. It's really hard to entangle how useful something was, and everything felt useful. Even when I got rejected, it was super fucking useful. And most of the time you have to create advices for yourself and tell your stories. And we need more of that. We need more stories. That's where the advices actually lie, because these are craftable advices. This is something you can think for yourself and be like, okay, what I shouldn't do. Or have I experienced anything similar? Or you just keep the story in your head and it occurs to you. I don't know. Stories are amazing. Rewardless. People feel rewardless sometimes, so they don't do what they should be doing. So just like with adviceless, now we kind of understand why people don't help each other out, is that they don't feel that they're gonna be rewarded, right? And that is a huge problem. This is like school level problem, where you have to teach people that a lot of things you can do will reward you, and money isn't exactly a good measure of how you get rewarded. But it's so annoying. Money really plays a role into this, as the problem, the pivot of a problem for where this demon comes from. I guess demons kind of create problems, and problems create demons. It's just a very nice relationship. There's not much to say about this because, you know, money doesn't work right. You don't get rewarded for every little thing you do. You only get rewarded for like very nasty things, honestly, when it comes to money. And it's the most rewarding thing you can have, because it opens you some freedom. It's terrifying. Now, again, you can dig deep enough and understand that like there is some karma working all the time, and experience is valuable. Absolutely, all of these things will feel more rewarding as you're growing up, but this is something that has to be enforced as a value, so the demon goes the fuck away, and we're more helpful to each other. Anyways, disappointing. The worst thing is to buy something and it turns into trash the moment you use it. It just breaks instantly. That is the worst. Right? Because there's certainly something wrong happened. It's not like you did something wrong. So there was an error of some kind. Or error of thinking. If an entire person happens to be disappointing and you just have to dump them because, wow, an entire person disappointing. That is terrifying, right? But they advertise themselves as one thing and they give the other thing. You get a disappointment, you gotta move on and throw them away, and it's just, ugh. It is the worst. It's something you want to avoid by any means. Because you literally just what do you get from this? You can even get it gets even worse, right? Because now you're afraid of using that item. But at least you're going to be aware of what kind of error can happen. That's what you learn from this. What is the most common error that could happen, and whether you can test it or not to feel secure whether you can buy this item or not. So that's that. That's how you counter that, I guess. Directionless. Just like with the advices, it's very hard to get directions. So you think you head in the right way, and you talk to a person, and that person might direct you to somewhere else. But sometimes even that doesn't happen. The person becomes a dead end. He doesn't know where to point a finger at and shift the blame. And you don't know anymore. Well, you can't just go back. It's over. It's dead end. It's even more disappointing, right? Because you can't just backtrack. You haven't just lost value. You have to start all from the very beginning and attempt at roll dicing, or dice rolling, actually. Yeah. Very dicey. Where is the exit from hell? Start all over again, my friend. There is no exit from hell. You just burn for eternity. I'm sorry. Untrust. There's probably more. It's just very tough when people are not flexible enough to, again, be helpful when you do approach them and you do ask for advice. Advices normally should arrive to you, but when you do ask for advice, it's a direction that you're asking for. They have to be able to push you the right way, at least slightly, at least you would know which direction you are going in the first place, right? They should be able to identify you, and you should identify some useful information. But right now there are a lot of dead ends. Untrusty. This is not what you think it is. It's actually a person being untrusty with you. A person who doesn't trust a lot of things. It's again similarly coming from disappointing, and maybe a person has been disappointed in a lot of things, but they don't make the correct correlation, so they don't trust a lot of things in general, right? They just don't want to be scammed on anything. And that's not exactly a good way to think about this, but it's very nice to put things in principles and big chunks and understand things as simple as possible. So people do that, but people fall into this trap and they become incredibly careful and incredibly time-consuming to deal with. You literally have to leave them alone with themselves, and they probably will gonna start like, oh shit, I'm starting to scam myself. They will realize that that they're wasting their time, and they have to invest enough time to where they can allow themselves to fail and desensitize themselves just a little bit, so you can get that bruise. It will heal. Yes, losing an organ is pretty lethal, but a bruise is not gonna hurt you. And right now it's just, you know, sticks and stones can break my bones, but it's probably gonna heal whatever happens with those things. However, words may never heal. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, way ahead. Someone being not just edgy, but way ahead of everyone. That's a demon right there. to think that you need to impress people. You gotta get ahead of yourself every single time. Jake Paul mentality. Every day. Just quantify yourself. That's a nice thing to do, right? It's a very nice thing to do. PewDiePie is capable of doing that. Why not everyone else? Why can't everyone else be edgy and cool, right? And he nailed it. Jake Paul nailed it. There's no problem with that. It's just the problem that you're gonna come back and you're gonna make everyone cringe and you're gonna lose yourself anyways. You're gonna be trash, right? I don't know. I don't think it's a big problem. But there's that one problem when you way ahead and you're stealing attention and distracting people from what's actually relevant. Oh man, that is annoying to deal with. That is literally a shot in the head. Oh, you're way ahead of us. You want a reward? Why didn't you teach us how to go faster or whatever you were using? Or just try and help. And shot in the head. Bam. Done with this shit. Not impressed. I'm not impressed. You weren't able to stop a bullet? Oh man. Self-doubt. You forgot. Quantity principle. Why? How is that related to self-doubt? The quantity principle is that quantity always wins. Effort always wins. And it doesn't have to qualify to anything, right? You just run around and you're a runner. Yes. You don't have to stretch yourself too much. You are in fact a runner. To some degree. People stretch themselves and you have to look up. They're way ahead of you. That's a good thing. Because they're gonna crash and burn. Oh baby. Trying to be way ahead in any game, in any sport, even in a conversation maybe. In a conversation is okay. I'm just being a troll. I'm not way ahead of you. I'm way around you. I'm here and here. I'm there. I'm everywhere. You're just a prisoner to me. I'm not way ahead of you. Maybe I'm way ahead of. And it's not like I'm comparing myself to other trolls. It's when you're comparing yourself to other people. That's when you should stop, probably. When you're trying to be that number one, and you just always stop, because that ain't easy. If something happens naturally though, and you're winning, that's great. Now self-doubt is thinking that you're not good enough, and you're not providing people with enough value. And honestly, again, money is gonna punch you in the face and say, do better, because I'm not paying for this shit. And it's like other people are doing way better. Oh my god. And you start self-doubting yourself and forgetting the quantity principle actually is way more powerful than whatever money can offer. And eventually you create enough quantity and someone just buys everything all of a sudden, and bam, oh shit, it's fucking valuable if everything just gets bought. You just create a neat package all of a sudden without even noticing, and someone just picks it up and like, okay, I'll take it. It's like a casual thing that they would buy. They don't think about it, but you get the impact and the reward, realizing that quantity was God the whole time. There's so much of God that there is no God. That's why quantity is such a big principle. Have you met God? Man. It's everywhere. Bruh. Okay. I feel like God is now angry at me. Get the fuck out of here, God. Uh-oh. He's everywhere. What do I do? Non-gamer. God damn it. Everything is a game. Everything is supposed to be a game. Everything is supposed to be fun and passionable. It's supposed to make you move forward. And if you make things boring, don't blame yourself for not being able to even wake up in the morning and feel fresh. You can't blame yourself for that. You're not a gamer anymore. And that's a problem. Not being able to play games, holy shit. Right? At least have fun. If you're doing something, at least have fun, man. And it would be nice if people stretched themselves a little bit further, so that when you enter an application or a community, you're immediately bombarded with people who are just poking you. They're just so excited, right? A new person. Let me poke you 100 times. That is amazing, right? That is a gamer right there. It's like, how many times can I poke you until you say something or something? Just amazing stuff. How can I poke you more efficiently, right? Is this guy gonna poke you faster? Oh my god. Let's create poke culture. Oh wait, we have poker. My poker face is better than yours. Oh, now we're playing a pun game, huh? Okay. Inconsistent. A lot of channels just happen to die for no reason. They just couldn't be consistent. I don't know why I focus on Shane Dawson and Ryan Higa when I say this Niga Higa channel. But they have crashed. Slowly but surely crashed. Shane Dawson is making documentaries. Are you sure about that though? Because he has been consistent with his videos. Even if he was uploading shit, he was kind of there, you know. I came back, oh, conspiracy theories, that's interesting. I tagged along, go, okay, documentary, that's nice. And, well, I guess he allowed himself now to not post videos that often because documentaries are long. I don't know what to say. Honestly, maybe if your YouTube channel, maybe you shouldn't do documentaries. Just saying. If you're just a regular individual trying to solve a problem, you come to YouTube, you would really want to share something, you just dump it. Okay? A big quantity, big movie, documentary style. Amazing. If you're a YouTuber, documentary style stuff is gonna destroy your career immediately. You're dead. You're irrelevant. Jake Paul is now more relevant than you are. Because literally you made a documentary about it. Okay, nice. Characters. Sometimes playing a character for too long is horrible. Belle Delphine approves this message because she got suspended for playing a character a little bit too long. No apology videos, no nothing, right? You're not gonna get a honest answer what the fuck is going on. There's always a demon behind her. It's creepy. It's super annoying. She's cute. She's on my list of most attractive girls that I found on the internet or in my life. So that's amazing. But please break your fucking character before I break it with a fucking hammer. I mean, god damn it. Same goes with Poppy. Poppy created a wonderful character. Well, that's a wonderful Easter egg you have there. Let's fucking crack it together, okay? Please give consent. Please consent. Please consent. And you just wait there. I literally got, at one point in my life, I got a message saying, I am Gornext, and I do not consent to be Gornext anymore. Yikes. Yes, maybe I have a character. No, I don't. No, because I'm not popular enough, right? When things get popular and it turns into some kind of mystery, blah, blah, blah. When it feels mysterious, there's some kind of demon in there. You gotta break that shit. Okay, Crowdler. it's a crowd opinion, basically. When you grab crowd opinion and just stroll with it. You don't have your own opinion, you just go with it. And it's insulting to people who do have unpopular beliefs, right? Because they get attacked by these fucking crowdlers. And you approach them, oh, and they don't have an opinion. So whenever you're being attacked by unpopular belief, by having unpopular belief, you can do what Key and Peele did in one skit. I'm not exactly sure how it's called. I think it has awkward, just Key and Peele awkward conversation, I think. And you're gonna get a person who defends himself from having unpopular opinion by finding someone who has, you know, for no reason created this awkward situation. What's creating this awkward situation is like, wait, you gotta change your opinion because this is weird. How are we gonna deal with this? This feels like a problem, right? And he himself was the problem, the awkwardler. Let's put it this way. You are awkward because I am awkward. I don't know. I think it's fine, because I was able to untangle, but this is very difficult to untangle. A crowd person. Defender. I had to deal with these guys, obviously. You get your girlfriend and you defend your girlfriend, but you gotta fucking realize it's a person. Same goes backwards. You become defender of yourself and you grab a defender who has the same, you know, intention to defend you, and so you defend yourself with it. So it works consensually. Congratulations. But it's literally a brick you throw into everyone else. Oh, you want to be my friend? Have this brick. I really like you. You can't even be friend zoned because you have a defender. What? That is way unaffordable, right? You not only have to be rich, you have to be super, super rich if you want to afford a defender. Should be constantly like, you can't be friends with this person. I'm sorry. You can't be friends with this person. It's too many friends. I'm sorry. There's no such thing as too many friends, but I will prove to you at this moment. There are moments when there's too many friends. Okay? Too much attention. Oh my god. Ridiculous, right? There are moments, though, when there are too many friends and it feels, you know, like you have too much responsibility. It feels bad. So try to defend and normalize. Neutralize the bomb, basically. That's what defenders are used for. But holy am I the bomb? What happened? What did I do, right? Why did I deserve to be defended from? It makes no sense. So it's just, it's a big demon right there. Self-concern. It's different from self-doubt a little bit. It's hard to see the difference. I'm avoiding awkwardness. So, while self-doubt is going to avoid you to quantify things, self-concern will avoid you perhaps to share those things that you have quantified. Right? Like, you upload something and you delete it. Holy shit, it's annoying. Oh my god. I've lost so many good things because of that, but like, okay. I more lost my shit and like, yeah, I've lost a few things actually. A few things I wanted to save into my collection. And I come back and like, it's deleted. Oh my god. Are you made of cancer? Do you not have a way to just chill? I'm kind of focusing in my mind on one girl's Instagram. She deleted a photo of a girl, of Monica, the meme. I wanted every single photo of her now. And she was even locked to a arms rail. Like like she was policed. It's just so stupid and hilarious. I wanted that photo. I wanted to share the world how she looks like when she's imprisoned by her friend, when a vampire gets knocked in the face by a creeper. I don't know, man. It's just amazing stuff. And it's gone. But worst of all, the same fucking girl uploads a picture hugging a huge teddy bear and deletes it very quickly. And I couldn't even save it. It was the most fucking amazing thing I've ever witnessed, I could have ever saved. I just didn't have the guts for it because my principles were, you know, not flexible enough. I couldn't accept it that it was exactly the photo that I needed, but it was. And holy shit, how much more self-concern do you have to do all this stuff? Ugh, disgusting. Forceless. Nothing happened today. Where are all these notifications telling me to do things? Please tell me what to do, because I need that shit. Please tell me to watch a video, listen to your song, your favorite song, just program me. I don't give a fuck. I have some free time. I have some shit that I could allow some shit to happen in my life, right? I could be forced, in some occasions, for some events, somehow I can be totally useful. But nothing is happening. That is the apocalypse level of of a demon. But it doesn't exist, so it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Calm down, everyone. Don't tell me what to do. Don't calm down. In this occasion. If you say don't tell me what to do, it's a bit too much. Don't tell people don't. Never say never. Never say don't, basically. Okay, a non-thinker, last one. That was a breeze. That was fun, actually, going through them and saying hi. That's pretty cool. So non-thinker, it's kind of related to science, right? It creates non-thinkers. As I've said, it answers all your questions. I really like straightforward answers, so I'll just Google it. You know, I'm that type of person. If something bothers me, I just let me check. What is the actual answer? There is no actual answer. It's all in your motherfucking head. Someone came up with it, and you're just gonna grab a quote and put it on your Facebook page and be like, yeah, I'm not a thinker, but I have this quote that will totally make you think and feel things. It's absolutely amazing, and I have no ability to come up with those things on my own. I just like straightforward answers. It feels good when you don't have to take responsibility for things. You know, I don't think there's a big deal. I would throw them immediately into the trash, but I don't have a big enough trash to put non-thinkers in. There's so many of them. It feels so bad. It's literally uncreative people or something. You could say that. Because science is just observing. Science is just copy-paste. Copy-pasta. Anyone want some pasta? Shut the fuck up. You're providing a service that's great. It's cheap. It's reliable. I like it. But please, when you have spare time, fight those demons. Not just non-thinking. Any demon. Pick your demon. Tag it on your Instagram. I'm fighting this demon right now. And remind me that I'm not popular enough to demand this fucking thing. God damn it. Not relevant is supposed to be a demon. I'll just try. Not relevant. I mean, it is, right? I see you don't have enough followers. For what? Do you have an open mind that things grow? Or do you look at a seed and you're like, you don't have enough followers, so you're not a flower, you're just a seed. Well, duh, Sherlock. But people who don't see potential, just look at your own dick, genitalia, I don't know. Tell me what you see. Not relevant. That's what I see. Ain't nothing relevant about you. There's potential, however, to feel good. But that's probably never gonna happen. Because your dick doesn't have enough followers at the moment. I'm telling you. If it's not being set right now, it ain't have no followers. Oh man. What a stupid joke I just made, huh? I guess at least it's not relevant. Am I right? Thumbs up, motherfucker. Am I right? Good job. Good job. Yeah, sure, I could have filmed myself, and that's a quantity that people can take and, you know, create products out of this. It's amazing. Creating raw material is actually pretty useful. But do people not listen to audiobooks already? Do I need to show weird expressions on my face just because I can? I will, if it's easy. If, you know, you have this 360-degree view camera and I become a hologram for you, I have no problem being real. Being fucked at all angles. People will not have problems with that. But right now it's just not easy enough. And it's like, okay, we found another one. Yay. High production. You have low resolution. No, I don't. Maybe I do. The reason why things have high resolution most of the time, guess what? They're made by multiple people. Wow. I know, right? I know. High production means multiple people. It's not one person. Just by definition, that's what high production means. And to accuse someone of not doing high production, that would be a disaster. Because you literally just curse that same bullet to hit back at you. It's a ricocheting bullet right there. Unless it was a high production bullet, then good job. I'll take it. I mean, you can't win with this demon. It's a lose-lose demon, but it's a fun one, at least. It's a fun one to experience. You're not doing as well as that other movie did. Oh yeah. But I don't compete with higher production things. Or lower production, for that matter. If a noob comes, you have to lower your expectations. Where the fuck are your expectations? You know, stay in your expectation zone. Please, stay away from me. Go away. Stupid demon. Alright, so I guess I need that cherry on top again. So I will meditate a little bit. And make sure that I'm satisfied with the list, right? Bake a cake, cherry on top. Good job. So let's do it. Okay, that's a nice song, Devil Within. Look what you made of me. It made me think about like you have a package of demons, right? You have problems, and as I've revealed, it's very nice. I think I could approach Rebecca Black or someone like that, someone kind of famous, and unlock their chains, and they could unlock mine, and we can swap some very valuable things. I'm not sure what kind of power it requires to do that. It seems difficult, but okay. You have to deal with another person's demons, and I guess popular people will have a lot of them by default, but I think everyone has it. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to make an example of exactly. Yeah, normally popular people just neglect their demons for long enough, or they need like a superhero to actually save them. And someone like me who actually knows all the demon names could probably very much be helpful, at the very least. Maybe successful, but I don't believe in my success yet. And it's not self-doubt, it's just I expect very tough times. I can barely look at things most of the time, but experience them is a whole nother level, a whole nother mentality that you have to be into, and you'll be expected that. I'm not sure if that's a demon by itself, just being popular or being full of shit. It's already terrible, so it's not like you're dead yet, so everything is fine. But you could be a demon head, right? You could be the source of all evil without even knowing it, and that's kind of cherry on top. Probably the biggest demons, you cannot actually name them. They just slip through your fingers because they're jokers. But they didn't slip through my fingers. And that's it. Evil jokers. I can shape shift into any demon. That's normally what they would do if they're in danger, but normally they occupy a space, just like everyone else. They're special. So that's what Joker does. The moment you approach them, they can shapeshift. There are good and evil jokers, so you have to really test them. If someone is really powerful or rising in power, you gotta grab and test them really quickly, because those are big guys. Those are the big guys. This is the cherry on top here. So might as well put a marker here. I don't know, double cherry marker. Let's use imagination a little bit. I know there are emojis, but I don't have the keyboard for emojis. I'm sorry, guys. Go away. So yeah, that's the ending. Jokers are amazing. I have 2 jokers that I constantly follow as my top tier people. I don't believe in evil jokers by not putting them in the list. Actually, I suppose they have 4 jokers. But normally evil jokers, I guess, would exist right next to the Joker themselves, because they need to pick up on those abilities to shapeshift in danger, and the ability to maybe even replace the Joker. But normally they just don't have the ability to be good when that happens. It's like, at least we have an evil Joker. It's like, yeah, that's kind of interesting. So if anything bad happens to the Joker, there's gonna be a replacement very quickly or something. very dark happening immediately. That's kind of interesting. That's the way I imagine things. I mean, a lot of what Evil Joker is a huge speculation. It's a huge mystery. It's something that I still have to unentangle in the first place. And it's a cool name. It's a cool demon. That's the one I want to beat. That is the one. It might be too big for me, but let's do it. Now, yeah, it just opens up a huge box of dynamics. Another huge topic, right? As I've promised, I want to make a video of like how internet is going to destroy government. I think I've done one of these things in the past, because it has always been a reoccurring issue of like, there are rules that either don't exist or that suppress people tremendously, and we need to free them up. God damn it. And I talked about anarchy as well, and I acknowledge that we need to free ourselves from the government. We need to free economy up. A lot of things are just rule-based garbage. There is a reason, though, why it exists, and I'll have to figure that out as well. I have to be careful when, you deal with the bomb. You don't want it to explode. You just figure out how it works and disarm it. Easy. Disarm it. While the bomb has power to kill you, you gotta be extremely careful. But in your thought process, most of the time you're not even doing anything with the bomb, right? You're just thinking, observing. That's it. That's what I'm doing with the government. I'm not touching the government. I actually submit to the government. But I will fucking scream when in pain. That's what's going on, okay? So, peace. See you in the next video. You're lucky, guys. I'm doing more. And I will make a documentary about Rebecca Black. Because she's irrelevant, right? She has to be more relevant. I have to help her out. She's one of my ace cards, and that's not Taylor Swift, okay? I don't know why though, but it's great. It's great. They're rivals though. It's just fun to watch and experience this. This is my world, by the way. They're not actually rivals, but from my perspective they are. They occupy the same personality, or very similar, and I need to know who's better, because I don't want to follow a loser. God damn it, I don't. And most importantly, I will first time invest into one person winning, potentially, and then winning forever and ever. That would be amazing. So yeah, that's coming up. Should I call the documentary Rebecca Black versus Taylor Swift? That would be the best documentary ever. Yeah. Beat that, Shane. I can poop documentaries. It's literally gonna be the same thing. I'm gonna be talking to a microphone. Peace, motherfuckers. And may the demons don't stand in your way now that you know their names. Oh yeah. That's how easy it is. Alright.